everybody. Welcome to the 3W podcast, home of the Who, What, Where. I have two friends here with me today. They are Tyler Clark and Kat Guzman. They are with the Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Northwest Arkansas. It's a whole lot of words for me, so I just say single parent all the time. So hopefully that's okay with y'all. Okay, let's dive right in.
Yes.
Okay, Kat, tell me about you.
So I just heard about the scholarship a few months ago.
Okay, so let's be real clear to everybody out there. You're a recipient.
Yes.
Okay.
So I found it on Facebook. It was like a little ad
Social media at its finest. I love this.
and I didn't think I would get it. So I was like, maybe a lot of people are getting it. I don't know.
Here's what I've learned. So I have two boys. One plays soccer, one plays baseball. And we'll get into who single parent is in 2 seconds. But if you don't swing the bat, you can't hit the ball. So don't ever go into anything thinking I have no chance. You've got to swing the bat.
Yeah, I was so nervous, and then I got an email that I had to go for an interview.
Great.
And it was nerve-wracking. I was like, what do I wear? What do I say? And when I got there, I was actually talking to one of the people that were going to interview me. And I was like, oh, well, I was just being myself, a little awkward.
Good.
And then she walked me in, she sat down, and I was like, oh, okay. So this is happening.
Yes.
And everybody was so welcoming. And it didn't feel like a real interview. It just felt like a conversation.
That's what an interview should be. Always be yourself. Tyler,
Yes.
tell us about single parent.
Oh my gosh.
Where to start,
I'm a little
right?
biased, you know.
I like it.
One of the best nonprofits in Northwest Arkansas. Big longevity. We've been in operation since 1984.
40 years.
40 years this year.
It's a big deal.
Awesome. It is. In that short amount of time, we've been able to offer 21,500 scholarships to a tune of $17.8 million.
It's bananas.
Yeah, it is. You know,
It's awesome.
It's a huge
Awesome bananas.
economic impact, obviously, impact on our recipients and the recipient families. I've been involved since the last 7 years as CEO, president, and our nonprofit is very lucky that our name says what we do. Single Parent Scholarship Fund.
Thank you for
Northwest
that.
Arkansas.
As somebody who deals with all the nonprofits, I'm like, what is that? And I'm like,
I can't help them.
you got it.
But we offer financial assistance to single moms and dads who want to go back to school for a post-secondary education. And we view that as a credential, a certification, or a degree type program, associates, bachelor's, or master's. We even actually help some folks out with their doctorate. We have an MD and a couple doctorates in our program. If we have extra money and, you know, it makes sense for the program, and they still have someone under the age of 18, we certainly will fund them through whatever they need, essentially. But what I love about single parent is the ability for, as Kat mentioned, you know, the recipients become our family.
Yes.
Vice versa.
Yeah, you have brunches or celebrations for them all the time.
Yes. And, you know, when you're going through a very stressful time in your life, probably, you're raising, you have 2 kids, Kat, or one?
I have one.
One. Yes, one.
She's like, just one right now. Pump the brakes, Tyler.
But working, you know, often full-time, part-time, and like Kat is in the National Guard, she'll tell you about that in a few moments. A lot of responsibilities. So what we can try to do to relieve some stress from them, not only in a financial way. So a full-time recipient can qualify for $2,500 per semester.
But that's not just tuition,
No.
right? It is, I mean, it goes down to like maybe a gas card or rent assistance,
Absolutely.
doesn't it? It's not
We
just
let
to
her-
go to the institution itself,
Yes. We let our recipients really choose what's the best route for them.
which is, you're empowering them.
Absolutely. Well,
Yes.
And they know the best way to spend their money.
Exactly.
And the gift that we give them. So, you know, that is really, really the cool part about the program is that it is, I call it choose your own adventure kind of a way.
Yes.
If I have a recipient that buys a couple $100s worth of gift cards from Walmart for gas.
Okay.
Or maybe put some stuff in savings so when the emergency pops up, or childcare or housing, maybe new tires for the car that semester.
You never know what's going to come up.
Might be the need. But not only do we offer the financial assistance, we have a full-time counselor, behavioral health counselor that can help with needs of the family as a whole, the family unit, the individual recipient, or the children. So Michelle Cox is qualified and certified to do marriage and family therapy, and she's also eligible to do play therapy with the children. And then she does direct therapy with adults.
Which is fantastic because mental health is at an all-time high.
Yes.
I have 2 kids. but I am married, so I do have a spouse that helps me out. But I'm like, that is a lot to take on. It's stressful. How old is your boy or girl?
Girl.
Girl, how old?
2.
2. Oh, you get bows and bloomers.
Yeah.
Have girls, so yeah, you. But I'm like, that's a lot to take on. Daycare?
No, I have a friend that watches her.
Oh,
But I still pay her.
jewels in your crown. That's amazing. Yeah. And you work like what did you say? The guard thing. What'd you say?
National Guard as well.
National Guard. I'm sorry. Okay.
Kindergarten, full-time, mom.
It's a lot.
Yes,
Yeah. So thank goodness that we have you, and then not only the financial assistance, but also just the mental assistance.
Well, and some of our folks, have had a history in the past of maybe spouses that weren't, maybe physically violent or maybe just emotionally, abusive, but also families that may not be supportive. We may be the only supportive net that someone has, or, people move here to escape situations. So we truly become their net.
Yes.
And we also have a great backpack program. We give kids backpacks at back to school time. So we're getting ready for
Coming up.
that.
Gosh, we just got out of school.
I was
I'm like,
through Walmart,
stop.
through Walmart the other day, and they're already putting up.
It's already out.
Yeah, which I love, pens and pencils and
so great.
markers and stuff.
I'm like, bring the floaties.
But we give each recipient $100 for each child for them to buy school supplies, and if they need new shoes and those type of things, we give that to them right before the Arkansas tax weekend.
Oh, yes.
So it kind of doubles their ability to spend money. And then we do the same thing. We don't give backpacks. We give, for the spring semester in January, another $100 scholarship for them to replace
Right.
the stuff that they need.
It wears out.
Yeah. And our dry pantry is one of my favorite things that we're able to do.
I don't know anything about this.
Yeah. So things that aren't available on SNAP benefits, detergent, Ziploc bags, trash bags.
Necessities. Literally.
that are expensive.
Yes.
That we just pop into our cart when we go shopping. Could be a determinant or an issue for some of our recipients.
Okay, I said I didn't know about that, but I think I lied because I can see an email blast coming through in my head from you all of like always current needs.
Yes.
That they can just order and ship directly to you all.
Yeah. We have it drop shipped from Walmart, and it's to our front door. And then our recipients can come and shop, and they often do so before they go to the grocery store. Nice. So they know what they
really need to purchase.
spend some money on.
Yes.
And a big deal of Tide's $20.
I know.
So
yes.
that can make a huge difference.
Huge.
For our folks. And, just finding the needs that make sense. Not, we don't do a food pantry because there's plenty of food pantries out there.
Right.
And we don't repeat services. I always believe that a good nonprofit should partner well.
Yes, everyone has their own lane.
They do. And we try to stay in ours.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah.
Same.
Yes. But, it's been a joy to see, we've actually, you should always ask your people, what they need. And so we actually did a recent survey of like, what are your actual needs? And it popped up that trash bags were a higher need than we thought. Ziploc bags were a higher need because they're from here.
Yes.
So, and then of course, always clothes detergent.
Okay.
And
things I don't even think about because I just add to cart constantly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And so during the recent storms, we offered an emergency fund for all of our Benton County folks.
So,
and what they were able to do is most of the requests came from, I lost everything in my fridge.
Right.
And I just filled it up because kids are coming out of school this week.
Yes.
And so $500 worth of food gone. So we were able to distribute about $28,000 to our recipients of Benton County.
But unplanned, $28,000.
Yeah. Well, you do what you need to do.
Right.
And we have wonderful supporters, and we always have the last 40 years who answer the call when we need help. And, budgeting wisely is always key.
Absolutely.
So, we were, same thing during COVID. We were able to offer COVID scholarships. Sounds weird to say scholarships, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
COVID supported scholarships. And then we had, a pretty, it's been a mild winter, obviously, this year, but we had a couple of snow days. It cost folks some time away from work and then childcare and such. So we issued a small weather stipend scholarship as well. Okay. So when things pop up, we talk to our executive team and decide, what is possible within our budget to get out to our recipients.
So quick pivot, quick adaptiveness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to be.
It's way beyond the education component.
I hope to think so. I hope to think so, yeah.
So I think for years I pigeonholed y'all into just education until Frankie sat down when she came to the team pre-COVID. I love that COVID is now like our BC whatever.
It is.
Time marker.
But I feel like we're in a time warp continuum because we lost that 2 years.
Okay, right.
And the last 2 or 3 years have just like
Yes.
So
It's like an exit. It's like we were going on a straight line and then we just exited and now we're back on and I'm like, what happened under the bridge?
Yeah.
So confused. It's weird. It's like yesterday and 100 years ago at the same time.
And we merged that time too.
Yes.
The Washington County and Benton County merged.
Yes.
Which actually, the more I talk about it, was probably the best thing to happen. COVID was horrible, obviously, but we were able to, in 18 months, spend time with our board members and volunteers, which we had over 100 volunteers and staff to really look at what was going to be the best for our recipients. And that was the whole thing for the merger. The merger wasn't for convenience or those type of things.
But it's like going back to staying in your lane and doing what you do best. I mean, if we pool our resources, we don't need to separate just because of a county line.
Absolutely.
Right? Pool together and be bigger, stronger.
I grew up in Northwest Arkansas, and it was a trip to Benton County and Rogers.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard.
Back in the day, and you had 2 malls to go to and all those type of things. That's when we used to shop in malls, kids.
I know malls. What's a mall?
It's a mall. But
Kat doesn't know what a mall is either. I don't think.
Amazon and Walmart, right?
Yes.
But the silos have fully broken away. And I want to, Northwest Council have done that, and so not only are we a scholarship program, we're a social service program, we're also an economic developer.
Totally.
65 recipients graduated last year. Leaving us. They made $9,000 on average, come in $98,000 on average, and then the first 6 months to a year, they're making $35,000. That's a 248% increase.
How amazing is that? Yeah. It's going to be Kat.
It's a trajectory.
Yes.
So
yeah.
And then getting health insurance for that whole family with a new job. Stability with a job, because if we do have, God forbid, another outbreak like COVID or something, that could truly affect the stability of our folks.
Right.
So I think we're seeing that catch up now. I mentioned off camera as we've had a really, really busy year. We broke records with our summer scholarships. We had 86 summer scholars, which
the average is about 50.
Yeah,
yes.
so pretty unheard of. And then we just had our fall scholarship deadline in June, and on the 15th, we had 199 qualified applicants. And so, which is great. We love
Absolutely.
But we're like, oh, okay. So
let's go raise some more money.
Clicking, something's clicking somewhere with people about, we understand who you are, what you do.
Yes, social media. To get to the point, she's seeing it on social media.
And what I love about that, it's recipients, alumni. It's not just coming from us too.
Right.
So
I love this.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kat, tell us about your journey. I know you mentioned you just saw an ad or something on Facebook or something, but what are you pursuing? Tell us about your daughter. Just tell us about who Kat is. How old is Kat?
I'm 22.
Okay.
And
are you a native of Northwest Arkansas?
I moved a lot growing up.
Okay.
So I've been in Northwest Arkansas for like 4 years now.
Okay. That's almost native at this point, I feel like. So where did you graduate high school?
Bentonville High School.
Okay. Go Tigers.
My OG place.
The OG. My son's getting ready to be a freshman over there, so congratulations. Okay, so you graduated from there, and then did you go to college, or you're just figuring it out? Or the National Guard. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've been in National Guard since I was 17.
Oh my gosh.
And I got deployed my freshman year.
Wow.
So I had to do it all online. It was rough.
You had to do what
in freshman year, like all of it online.
Oh gosh. Okay.
It was different because it was a big time difference. I had to figure out everything.
Where were you?
I was in Germany.
Okay. It's a few hours.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah, it was during COVID too, so
okay.
I didn't get to feel the whole COVID experience down here. I was overseas.
Well, how was your COVID experience over there? Because it hit over there before it hit here. We were all in denial. I wasn't around.
At first, I didn't really take it that serious.
Okay.
I thought it was weird. We were all wearing masks. They weren't.
Okay.
They started shutting down the borders, and we were stuck on base.
Okay.
So there's nothing to do besides work and then working out.
Okay.
And then go to school.
Wow, yeah.
So it played in my favor so I can focus on school.
Okay. So did you join National Guard in high school? Is that junior RO? Is it the same as a junior ROTC and all? No, just, okay. My bad. I'm like, all the military stuff, just, it all kind of washes together for me. So I never know where the borders lie.
And then once I came back, ended up pregnant, and then it was all by myself.
Okay.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
And I didn't know what to do.
It's God's plan.
So my parents helped me a lot. But it was still a struggle.
For sure.
And I still went to school pregnant.
Okay.
And I was...
Were you going to NWA or U of A? Okay. Okay. And what were you studying, or just general requirement stuff?
I wanted to be a nursing student.
Okay. Oh, they have a great program over there.
They did. And then when I got pregnant, I couldn't do it because it was too much on me.
Okay.
So I switched majors to radiology.
Okay. Another medical field, another shortage, massively short in the medical field.
And so far I've been liking radiology. And then I got my LRT, which is your limited license.
Okay.
Which I didn't know the scholarship actually paid for it.
Oh, wow.
And I paid it out of pocket before I heard about the scholarship.
Okay. But hey, you got a reimbursement, so that's wonderful. Okay. So are you done at NWAC yet?
Yeah, I'm done. I have my associates right now.
Okay.
I'm working on my bachelor's. I have 2 years left.
Okay. And where do you get that at?
UMass. I
Okay.
just got in recently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like University of Mississippi? No.
UAMS.
UAMS. I
call it
sorry. Okay, see? Well, I'm not from here. Everyone's got these things. This UFIS. I'm like, what's a UFIS?
Yeah.
Oh, UAFS. Okay, I got it now. Sorry. UAMS. I'm with you now. Okay, so what will your bachelor's be in there?
Radiology.
Radiology. Okay, that's what I didn't.
Taylor, who is my counselor, which is scholarship, she helped me with my application.
Okay.
I kept sending her my essays to like review. I was like, maybe it's not good enough. She's like, no, it's great.
Oh, I bet it's wonderful. So how many, do you have 2 years left, I assume? Okay. So are you in your junior year currently? Yeah. Well, we're in the summer. Are you starting your senior year?
My junior year in the fall.
Oh, okay. Junior year. You just finished it in NWAC. Gotcha. Okay. And then your daughter is 2. Okay. What do you and her like to do?
Right now, she's obsessed with books. So we go to the library a lot.
Fantastic.
And it's so cute because she gets so excited. She runs down all the aisles and then she comes back with all these books.
I love this.
And I'm like, her name is Summer. I'm like, Summer, we can't take all the books. And then she's like, no, we're basically we can. And I'm like, okay.
Oh,
it's
your
fine.
face lights up when you talk about her. See, she's the gift you didn't know you needed.
Yeah.
I love this. Okay, so are you a first-time recipient? How many times can somebody apply, or how does this work?
Yeah, so people before they enter the program before their junior year.
Okay.
In their bachelor's.
Okay.
So we can again help with the credential.
So Kat just got in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and she'd be eligible at her junior year.
Okay.
So, but she got her associates, and she's working as a limited radiology tech at
MedExpress.
MedExpress.
Oh, wow.
So she's working full time.
Yes.
So she's getting the experience, and she's seeing everything that she needs to see. But eventually, she'll have her bachelor's, so she'll be able to make more money.
Okay.
And be more versatile, and work different places that pay.
Yeah, so where do you go work with a radiology bachelor's? Is this like a step above MedExpress? Like where?
Yes.
What's the goal?
I'm leaning towards CT, computer tomography, or
I don't even know what that second word was that you said. Computer what?
tomography.
What does that mean?
So whenever you go to the ER, you get like a full CT scan and they just lay you on a table.
Okay.
See everything.
Okay.
Or radiation therapy.
Okay.
You figure out where the cancer cell is.
Okay, it was like, this sounds cancer driven, but I didn't totally want to stick my foot in my mouth, but I'm picking up, so it's fine. Okay, so that would be at a cancer specialty place, right? Like a Highlands or whatever. Okay.
So her options are favorable.
I love this.
And so we've been concentrating on medical professions for a long time. And just because there's a lot of folks that have retired from the medical field just because of COVID,
Yes.
exhaustion, age, etc. So we need young.
And our population's booming.
Yes.
And so I sit on the board at Mercy, the foundation board at Mercy. And I mean, we're just, not we Mercy, but we Northwest Arkansas have a massive shortage of healthcare providers at every level. So this is amazing.
Well, I'm sure she says, Kat sees it at MedExpress, I'm sure, because that's kind of a safety net.
Absolutely it is. Yes.
Because they can't afford to go to the hospital
Yes.
or something else.
It's hard to get into your PCP, right? All the time. I mean, I use Mercy Go Health just because they can like pull everything up in the computer. But it's the exact same as a Med Express. So, oh my gosh, yeah, you're so busy and you probably have lots of really good stories.
Yeah. And I like the idea that I only work 3 days a week, so I get the rest of the week to spend with my daughter.
Oh my gosh, you only work 3 days a week? That is fantastic. And that's full time? Oh my gosh.
You do work 10 hours.
10 hours.
12 hours is what I thought.
Wow. In 3 days. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. You need 4 days to rest and hang out with her.
Sorry.
No.
So when school starts, I'm only going to work on the weekends.
Okay.
So I can go to school and still spend time with my kid.
So UAMS, are those classes online or physically in person?
In person.
Okay. So is that down in Fayetteville?
Yes.
Okay. But it's not on the hill, is it?
No.
Okay.
So the former Washington Regional?
Yes. On that corner of North and College. Is that right? Okay. Wow. All your classes are in an old hospital. That is just more. What more hands-on can you get?
Well, UAMS is obviously the number one, in the state with the Little Rock. Having all of that great research and technology and availability and having that on her resume as a graduate is going to put her in fame.
It's going to be great.
So,
do you all have partners in your program that you like, employment partners per se? I don't think that's the right word, but
it's a good word. Yeah. So we are working for a pipeline towards medical, the healthcare systems, and MANA and community clinic. So, because they're all struggling trying to find something. We work very closely with Upskill, which is
oh yes, I just Carol Morales. Okay, she just stood up and asked a question. I went to the Latinx NA event the other day, and she stood up and asked a question, and she was really dynamic.
So they take essentially anyone who wants to get into to the nursing field.
Okay.
And we take their single parents as a double opportunity, so they can get a scholarship from us, and then they can still get a scholarship from Upskill as well. So they're double dipping sounds like they're getting double support, which is great.
I love this.
So love that program, and they're doing not only LPN but RN as well.
Okay.
Because again, we have so many folks that are retiring or just not. Kat has a huge opportunity with 2 years now. She can probably even find her own new place to work if she wanted. So I'm not saying that Express is like ideal place, but as long as they work their schedule, it's key. And that's what finding people that will work with people's schedules, because our folks are trying to raise a family.
Yes.
And they want to be there as much as possible, and especially with a 2-year-old. I mean,
busy.
Yes.
Real busy.
I have a goddaughter that's 3.5, and she's
very
all
double
energy. And
they don't stop.
They're soaking in so much information, and what I love about our approach or not our approach necessarily, but what we encourage our recipients is that they are taking their children along this journey with them. So they know that college is
motivating,
sight, and not just like maybe.
Yes, so, like if you see it, you can be it. It's
sure.
Like literally, you're walking the talk.
And Kat, right now, first generation in college.
Yes.
Yes. So that's a large majority of our recipients are first generation.
Really?
Yeah.
I love this.
It just kind of is magical.
It is I like that word, magical.
It takes a lot of work
for sure
for them, and so we with the interview process that Kat went through, essentially, when someone fills out an application, they screen with our community ambassadors and one of our program scholarship managers as well, and those are assigned by county.
Okay.
So Kat is Washington County.
And you have 4 counties.
We have 4 counties.
Yes.
So Washington and Madison County is handled by one person, and then Benton and Carroll's handled by another person. So Kat's gotten very close with Amber about helping her write or helping her proof stuff, and just really been that key person to help them through the process. And those folks are career certified counselors. So they kind of know what to look for, how to help more, those type of things. And sometimes they're social workers backgrounds or education backgrounds, which is so fantastic. It gives I know Kat she knew what she wanted to do when she came in. There's no doubt, right?
Look at you.
Yeah.
But some people don't. They're like, I just know I want to get a higher education.
Yes.
So we have an assessment test that people can take. And kind of guide them into that career field. What we can also tell them is like, this career field will pay X number of dollars. This is how it's growing. This is who is hiring.
Right. Because some people are just dollar driven, and that's okay too. I was in a breakfast this morning with a prominent speaker from Walmart, and he started his journey at Walmart. I say on accident, but that's not 100% accurate. He just was like, I got married young. I started a family young. I was only halfway through with school. I needed a job. I had to provide. I applied to these 3 companies. Walmart said yes. I was an assistant. So I'm not Walmart born and bred. Walmart gave me a job.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, he was like, I need to provide for my family.
Sure.
This is an end result.
And I'm always very impressed by our top majors. So last year alone was social work, healthcare professions, nursing, business, and there's one. Criminal justice. So helping professions.
No technology.
It's growing.
Okay.
It's like 6.
Yeah. But
But-
what's the number one? Is it
Education is in between education and nursing.
see?
yeah.
Neither one of those were on my list.
Yeah.
So I just find that amazing. What I'm seeing in that is like compassion,
Oh,
like
Absolutely.
helping.
yeah.
I must be selfish because
No,
I'm
no,
in
I mean-
business.
But we got to have business people.
I know, but yeah, I would know. Nursing, medical is never on my radar.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not poking you or
Yeah.
down.
Yeah,
And I'm not going to be responsible for your kids 9 months a year either. So everyone has to know their space. But
everyone does.
that's what there's like a theme in those first 2.
Yeah, and that has been the common theme for the last 40 years. Like, nothing's changed prolifically in our organization with that. It's people not looking to get rich. You know, Kat's not going to be a rich radiologist necessarily, but she's going to be able to provide for her family and, have a solid job that she can transfer to any place if she decides like to leave Northwest Arkansas or something like that.
Yes.
And we don't have the brain drain like the U of A has. Our
Okay.
folks usually stay here.
Okay.
So we're very confident in the ability to.
brain drain.
Yeah, that happens a lot of sense.
Right, that makes sense.
And other folks,
Yes.
get an education here, and then go off. And
Right.
that's something fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
But a lot of our folks stay here, and then
And
that's
reinvest
why
in you.
reinvest in our organization, but reinvest in the community that helped them out.
It's true.
So that's just kind of some of that soup, that magic soup.
That is magic. I love that. Okay, well, speaking of that magic soup is we can't sustain on just hugs alone,
Right.
right? So we have a big event
We do.
next month,
We do.
right?
Yes.
Next month.
Yeah.
July, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
July 25th.
Yeah, July 25th.
It's our big Spark of Hope event.
Yes.
So Spark of
How
Hope
many
is-
years? Not 40.
Almost.
But
That's
close.
Close to
Yeah.
30.
Okay.
Of some sort of like a house party. And it's emerged into just a celebration of, we honor 3 people.
I just said.
Organization. Yes.
Yes.
Want to announce those? I think those
Do
are
have them. So your MCs are going to be Jacqueline House and Kyle Killams, which,
so much fun.
I mean, talk about a home run for MCs.
Yes.
I love that. And then 3 awards.
Yes.
So Dr. Terry and Shannon Ortego.
Portigo.
More to go. So sorry about that.
Oh, that's great. Thank you all the time.
Outstanding individuals. Tell us about them.
So Shannon and Terrell have been so intricate in our organization for many years. Funny enough, Shannon has served 4 different times on the board. And when I came on 7 years ago, I called her and I said, hey, I know we were on the board previously. Would you mind serving again? And she said absolutely yes. And Terrell is a gastroenterologist in Fayetteville, and they had just spread their treasure and time between so many nonprofits. So it was time to celebrate them as our community partner.
How did they get involved with single parent?
Be on the board. Actually,
was
with
the-
Shannon.
okay.
Yeah, she was at the time. She was still doing nursing. She was a oncology nurse.
Okay.
And so they needed someone with nursing background to be on the board.
Okay, because we have so many seeking out the field. Okay.
So got engaged. I'm almost certain Jody Delay asked her.
Nobody says Mr. Jody.
No, I don't even. to this
Yes,
day.
right.
And it's especially when you told me to apply for this job. No, she, but no, so yeah, Shannon's been involved in Terrell, and they actually volunteer to help set up our events too, which is great. And Terrell's starting to kind of slow down his practice a little bit, so he's off a couple days.
Okay.
Like on Fridays and stuff, so he can help us out.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And then Shannon does a wonderful job in our interviews. So our board and our community ambassadors, our volunteer group, help interviews our recipients and our applicants. So
Chat, you got that right. I love that. Okay. And then First United Methodist Church in Bella Vista. They're your outstanding community partner.
yeah, so the United Women in Faith from that group has been a 25-year supporter of our organization.
25. Over half.
Yes. Yeah, well over half.
Awesome.
And not only financially, but also,
Would they be community ambassadors like you were talking about?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, they, encourage people within their church. They have a singles group that they encourage people to apply for us. Single parent group.
Got it.
And then, we have a ton of great churches and civic groups that support us. But they 25 years and just the number of referrals they made to us and then just made us like it's a hook, line, and sinker to honor them this year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love that. And then Ozarks Go. Outstanding corporate partner.
Yeah, Ozarks Electric has been a supporter of ours for the last 15 years. Not only
I love the longevity of all these people you're announcing.
Yeah.
No one's 5.
no. Well, and even 5 is great.
Awesome. But I'm just saying, like, this just speaks to who y'all are. Go back to Ozarks Go.
Yeah,
Sorry.
they recognize us as the economic developer, putting people into work,
Yes.
so, to homes that they're gonna, So Aaron and Mitchell Johnson have been phenomenal to us over the years, and such a great partner. We really the team sits down and really the whole team really looks at what are our potential honorees for this year, because there's always an honoree at this event. And we're just a little special this year since it's our 40th. Both of our founders are both gone. So Marge Morag Wolf passed away in the early 2000s, and then Ralph Nessing passed away before COVID, our other co-founder. And we're honoring them by talking to their children.
I love it.
And it's going to be very special.
It is.
And speaking of children, I think my favorite part about Spark Out Hope is we actually have our alumni and a recipient's children speak at the event.
Oh, so Kat's daughter can speak in a few years. Yes,
absolutely.
Fantastic.
It makes you a little nervous. I'm in the crowd, kind of going,
100%.
What's going to happen?
Yeah.
But it's the best thing. It's the best thing because you never know what babes are going to say. And they talk about their parents and their experience, and which is very lovely and cool. At the same time, we do have an alumni and a current recipient speak as well. So, and we do it all in 2 hours. And it's a great meal.
Okay, I was just gonna say that. Like my bullet points say 6 to 8. No one
Nope, I guarantee you.
gets an event in and out in 6 to 8.
Stephen Hines, my senior director of Engage Guests, he's back there with the clock, and we make a promise because it's a weekday. It's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday.
So people have babysitters they got to get back to, and
But y'all are like turning and burning.
we are.
I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah,
Because
got to.
you've been around the event scene forever. I've been around the event scene forever. So I'm like,
Yeah, let's go.
let's go. I'm done with the mingle. Like,
Yeah.
let's get the program going.
Yeah.
Like, show me the video, cue the tears, let me do the give. Let's go. I want to celebrate you. Let's move along.
Yeah, it's truly a celebration, and so each of the awardee or each of the nominee, each of the people that are being recognized, will get a special handcrafted award made by a local artist, and that's different every single year.
I love it.
So something that represents us.
Have you seen it?
Yeah,
And do you like it?
I love it.
Do you have a favorite? We won't call out any artist. Just maybe like.
I think this year because it is 40th, and rose and red is the color for 40th celebration.
Okay.
I thought it was silver for some reason.
I don't know what I thought.
So I'm very appropriately dressed. And so it's got I could say it's ceramic and it's in the red lush tones, and it's
And do you take artist submissions or do you
we
just
seek artists,
commission?
actually. Yeah, we commission and seek artists, and we've used actually several of our recipients previously.
See? more. There's just more depth.
Yeah.
That we I mean, you don't even realize it.
Well, and then our alumni will be, so Kat and is invited and can bring a guest. We have our alumni there to help our recipients, because it's kind of intimidating walking into
Absolutely.
a large venue,
Yes.
500 people.
Yes.
You don't know any about it.
Right.
So we have our alumni there who can be, like, hey, let's sit together.
Yeah.
Let's, I'll
love it.
introduce you to a friend. And I want to tell a quick story. Ladina Duncan is one of our board members. She's an alumni. We have 2 alumni on our board, Felicia McCraney and Ladina Duncan. Ladina has funded a scholarship. And which I get emotional thinking about it because I've known Ladina for a very long time.
Like previous to her being a recipient?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And just to see her growth as a person, as a recipient, and her children are named Graham. And she got to meet someone at an event like Spark of Hope, and that turned her trajectory around. She went to go to work for Walmart and then Sam's Club, and her income increased 1,000% in that time frame. And so she wanted to do something for us, and so she endowed the Ladina K. Duncan Scholarship, and let it be awarded starting next May.
Oh my gosh.
But she just got it funded, and we're so excited that she's celebrating, her success, but honoring us. And again, I mean, it just makes me emotional to think about just she's wanted to do this for a long time. She said, I've always wanted to endow a scholarship.
Truly paying it forward.
So yeah, absolutely. And so many of our alumni do volunteer. They help write encouragement cards to our recipients. So right before testing, very hard time.
Yes, stressful.
So it's nice to get a card that says you can do it. You can kick butt. We've been there before.
Y'all are the most amazing net. Like truly true believers in these recipients.
Thank you.
Like cheerleaders. Like, oh my gosh, you have a built-in cheerleader pad. I want like a posse. That's awesome.
And that's new recipient orientation we do every semester. And I was saying, the people in this room are people that care about you. And it seems weird, we're being paid,
Yeah.
paid.
I know, it doesn't matter.
That we want you to call us. If, things you're having rough classes, call us. Let's talk about how to, maybe change those classes up a little bit. Or, do you need to see Michelle? You've got, maybe for a short time.
Yeah, you never know.
Just talk some stuff out. Or maybe they're asking their scholarship program manager to look over a letter they're sending for another scholarship or something. So, anything that pops up, we want to be there for them because we have a huge referral network. Like I need somebody to help with vet services the other day, and so able to help someone get someone to help with vet services.
So that same gentleman I heard speak this morning was talking about his path, and he mentioned, you don't expect people to care about you, like. You expect your family to care about you and the family you're raising. Like he's like, I know my mom and dad love me and I know my wife and my kids love me. But when I go to work, I'm just like, those are my job people. I don't expect them to care. And I guess he was in a meeting for feedback, and I promise I'm getting somewhere. And the feedback was, I need you to get more engaged in this meeting. I need you to participate. And this gentleman was like, I hear you. That's just not who I am. I'm just an introvert by nature. I'm listening. I will still perform. I promise. And his boss got so angry, like slammed his fist down because he was like, I believe in you. I'm here for you. And that moment changed his thinking, and his job went on a leadership position instead of staying down that same path. And how lucky for you. Every recipient has this entire network of people that believe in them.
Right.
Automatically.
From our donors so at our scholarship brunch in April and May, our donors set with their scholarship folks. So whether it be a company or a family, if they're alive, we have some folks that have passed, but and our donors love to learn more about
Absolutely.
People that they're supporting.
Yes.
And folks have been together for 10 years. On their journey. So we have a doctor, someone that's in UAMS as well. He's going to get his MD. So he's in his second or third year. And his placement with his endowment is actually with a former physical therapist. So it made sense, them to kind of go together. Plus the endowment scholarship was kind of turned to really someone in the healthcare field.
Okay.
So they've formed a friendship. I mean, they've talked
That's invaluable.
and they talked about, one time he wanted to do, wanted to go into research and laboratory, but then I think the conversation with his donor convinced him, I want to go into rural healthcare. And because it's such a high need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a great callback from Michael J. Fox.
I'm not young, so yes.
Oh, me either.
I'm not a spring chicken.
It's a great.
Yes, it's a cute like that. Anytime someone says rural healthcare,
Yeah.
I have to call it one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
Okay. Yes, all the things. So Spark of Hope,
Yep.
6 to 8, July 25th. Amazing.
So we're really
MCs
unique in that
and awards.
we don't require tickets. We just want people to RSVP and come.
So great.
Because we know that they'll fall in love with the organization, and that's how they fell in love with the organization.
I
itself.
love that when somebody doesn't charge me, which is fine if
Yeah.
you do. Bills have to be paid.
Sure.
Like I get it, but I'm like, I love that my money is not going to this chicken that I get to give to the cause.
Right. Absolutely.
Yes.
So we get sponsors, and then so we're we just want people to come and enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the half an hour of networking, and then we get down to business. And
Yay.
get down to business to talk about the mission, and so that's how I really got attached. It was actually we know Ann Jackson.
Yes, and
She was a former development director, and she said, "Can you help me at Golftoberfest," which was
that's coming up on my
that's coming
list.
too, yes. I said, "Sure." So I did that and ended up staying all day for the event.
Of course you did.
And then went to Jingle Minkle, which is another event, and the recipient spoke. Oh, no. I made a donation in between Golftoberfest and Jingle Minkle. And I got a thank you note back from a recipient.
A recipient.
And I was like, okay, this is a different
Yes,
organization.
yes, not just the office.
This is different. And told, their journey and, why it was appreciated. And it wasn't a huge donation, we're going to profit.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I get what they're doing. And then I went to Jingle Mingle and I heard a recipient. And it was, and Jingle Mingle is very networky. And,
Yeah, let's talk about Jungle Mingle.
Yeah.
Let's skip Golftoberfest.
Yeah.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah, so Jingle Mingle is the first Thursday in December at Herring Crest, a beautiful Herring Crest in Springdale. And it really has just meant to be a mingle event. And we just interrupt just for a brief moment to have a recipient speak. I deliver a couple of words of encouragement. We do a toast, and we get back to
Mingling.
and eating, which is the best part of the thing. And we think it kicks off the holiday
It does.
season, but and we have such a great number of recipients that can speak towards the cause, but we want them to tell their story. Why they're doing, why they chose to really go out on a limb, very bravely.
Yes.
Yeah, and do this, and it's just the results are amazing. People will just mouse or agape.
Yeah, absolutely.
And encourages them to volunteer or to give their treasure, whatever it might be. So,
And
so I will say Jingle
so
is,
before the chaos,
oh yeah,
December.
yes,
Very much appreciated
Yes.
from my standpoint. Too.
And we've also found, knock on wood, that's before the winter weather starts usually.
Yes,
so,
yes. It's very true.
Nice. But that's actually one of our oldest events because it used to be in a board member's home year after year.
Oh, okay.
So it's about 40 years old. Yeah.
Let's jump back to Golftoberfest, a
Yes.
family-driven event.
Yeah.
And I feel like out of COVID is where the time span came from.
did.
It was kind of born out of
We had a
that.
pivot.
Okay.
Yeah. Every time I say pivot, I think of Friends.
Friends,
episode.
pivot.
Pivot.
Yeah, 100%.
We had a pivot really. So
We'll never get old, by the way.
yeah, no, not at all. So what I love about Golftoberfest is very family friendly. It was born actually out of a family activity. So we should take recipients on a Saturday, and they would take their kids, and then we'd go golf for free.
There you go, that's right.
And then the board would come in, and we're like, we could just sponsor.
Yeah.
To pay for the
absolutely.
ticket, pay for the fee. And then, well, why don't we get our corporate partners to come play too? And then corporate partners are very competitive when it comes down to any type of golf.
100%.
Like there's some guys that go out there with their putters.
That is unnecessary at Gator Golf and Golf Mountain. You don't need your own putter.
Well, they take it.
Okay.
And they mean it.
Okay.
And so I actually have a guy that calls me every year and asks me when the date is and how soon he can get in to get his practice shots in. And we're giving away like radio control cars. It's not like a hole in one. You get a brand new.
We're not getting a real car.
Right.
We're getting
Actually, I had a donor call one time and say, "Hey, I know I work for a car dealership and we'd like to give you a hole in one car as an option." I'm like, "Oh, we have about 65 hole in ones." And she's like, "Excuse me?"
I'm so sorry. Let's back that
It's a
up.
miniature golf. She's like, oh. So it was really, really funny. But during COVID, so we just did it on a Saturday. We had two kickoffs and a morning and a kind of afternoon. The COVID, we just couldn't get everyone together. So we pivoted to a 2-week time period.
I love
So it gives companies a chance to go do a company building activity during the day at lunch, or recipients to do what we go out as a staff and actually do as a staff fun day.
And we're involving both locations now.
Yes, yeah.
I feel like it traditionally started at Gator Golf.
It was just
Okay.
schedule-based, yeah. And I love both courses, so we can switch off on both courses. And then we've added a VIP element to that as well.
Yes.
At Golftober, help me.
I'm with you, Spark of Hope.
Yep.
Jingle Mingle, Golftoberfest.
But we did VIP at
We're going to get there. The golf tournament?
it's Top Golf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh
I'm like,
gosh.
we're going to get there,
Yes,
I promise.
we will. Yes, Top Golf. And so that's just a really cool morning event for our folks who want to join us and form a team. I think it's a team of 6.
Yeah, I think you're right, base of
yeah.
6.
And then feed them breakfast and lunch. Alcohol's on their own. We're not foolish.
That's okay.
But and I think no matter how many times you've gone to Top Golf, it's a different experience.
Totally.
It's because of who you're with.
Yes.
And I'm not a golfer, but I really love it. It's really fun. I'm just afraid I'm going to hit it too hard and fall off. But
Oh, but those are the best when you see those reels. And I'm like, oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah,
See, what would
I
happen?
love it.
I would fall in the net and twist myself up
Yes.
and hang there for a couple of days. Until I
But,
got there.
we would so love it if you did.
Yes, that's not. I am accident prone. But so we added the VIP event, just kind of, why not?
Why not?
It's actually so between between Golftoberfest and VIP, they help fund our summer scholarships, and then of course Jingle Mingle helps fund our spring scholarships, and then Spark funds our fall and spring.
It's all
So-
strategic. I love it.
It is. And, we don't want to wear our donors out with
Right.
events. And then we have a private brunch for all of our endowed scholarship donors. And then that's when we bring in our endowed scholarship.
Was that at
recipients.
Fayetteville Public Library?
It is.
Okay.
It
Yes.
is. Yeah. And love that space.
Yes.
It's a wonderful
right.
space.
Such a treasure of a space. Yes.
And so they walk across stage, they get their certificate, and then they get $1,000.
I mean, I'd like to walk across that stage.
Sure.
Yes.
And they get to bring their parent or someone close to them, and it's a quick one too, which is great. We actually had it. It was the Saturday before Easter, and
I was just gonna say, I feel like it was around Easter,
but we still had a ton of people,
which is amazing.
which was great.
Yes.
So and we're gearing up for back to school right now, which sounds really kind of crazy.
I know. I need you to quit.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry.
back to school.
Did you said rising sophomore?
Freshman. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am a summer person, so I'm like, no, let's have 3 months of summer. But now I feel like you only get 8 weeks, and really even that short and stuff.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so getting ready for that, we partner with Coldwell Fawcett Realtor. They help collect backpack supplies, and then we go shopping for the coolest backpacks. We've got those.
Which is hard.
Yes. Well,
Apparently it's a really big deal.
Mario and all the Mario brothers. That was the hit last year.
Okay.
So I don't know what's the 2-year-olds into right now. Bluey still.
Bluey, Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol, yes.
Okay. Yeah. See, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought
if your son went to Bentonville High with the Paw Patrol,
Okay.
I would worry.
100%. No, he went with into junior high with a very plain Jane normal, what I thought was normal backpack. And he's like, I need a backpack. And I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
A ton of
Like I had a JanSport that I had through high school through
I
college.
carried the same one forever too. No one said anything.
Yeah.
But we also had lockers. Do you have a locker? Okay, they don't use lockers today. That's uncool.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm being a pack mule. That's on you.
But yeah, unibag problems when you're 42.
Right. I had a mirror in my backpack, so I was good. Or in my locker, not the
Oh yeah,
backpack.
yeah. I miss go back. Gosh, we pick off course, but like I love school supply shopping.
Oh, so fun. The trapper keeper?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yes.
Cat's like, I don't know what words you're saying.
But so I buy stuff for the recipients, and then pack the bus for United Way. So just like I don't have kids,
Right, it's
and I
fun.
don't need any lockers themselves. But see, Instagram and Walmart, they know you. And
Yes.
I bought this. You'll love it because you're in publishing. It was their PMS color markers. So they're wonderful. I got a pack of 85. So anyway,
Not 24,
no.
but
It
85.
has its own carrying case. Get that. So
Okay, when your daughter needs some art supplies,
come see. Well, Tyler, my daughter. She's
oh my God, I love this. Okay, let's close with this because I think this is great, but I could be completely off base.
Sure.
You have a couple job openings,
We do.
and anyone can apply, obviously,
Absolutely.
but how great would it be if a recipient happened to apply and get that job? So we're looking for administrative specialist and a scholarship program manager, which I'm like, oh, to me, that would be so great.
Yes.
If I was a recipient to go apply for that.
Actually, I have a recipient that's applied, or a graduate rather.
Okay.
Which is great. So the scholarship program manager essentially, this would be for Washington and
Carroll?
Carroll County.
Yeah.
So Amber, who we talked about earlier, she's getting her MBA.
Oh,
So-
we talked about her on camera. Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
And Kat, she's Kat's program person.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope you keep in contact with her. I love her.
Oh yeah, she will. Yeah. Amber's that kind of person, so that's great. So someone with a background in career development or higher education is wonderful. But we find some really creative folks that just want to help people, which is key. What I love about our organization and our board is that we have wonderful benefits and competitive wages as well. So
Big.
and we're family oriented. We're
yes.
you work from home on Fridays, which is a big key.
That's a big deal.
We do by appointment in the office as you need, of course, for our recipients. But
And tell us where your office.
so we're in Bentonville,
Right.
just off Rainbow Curve.
Yes.
So it's not, people aren't familiar with Rainbow Curve. I know that's kind of a Northwest Arkansas thing. We're right behind
the
United
airport.
Bank.
Yes.
Yeah, you can see there. I get to my office faces the fire training station.
yes.
Helping Hands, and then the airport. So I get to see the touchdowns
Okay.
every day. So,
I live on the other side of that
okay.
airport.
Yes.
And so
Maybe not the same experience that I have.
probably not. But in my head, because I have two boys, and well, they're older now, but they were little and watched the movie Planes from Disney, like Cars, but planes.
Yeah.
So in my head, we live in Prop Wash Junction.
You do?
So
You do?
Yes. And
Well, and then you get to see them, do the flips.
Oh, yes, yes.
And I always assume it's one of the Walton boys.
100%. Yes.
And then our administrative specialist position really is very special to what we do. They're the first person that someone speaks to, usually when they call, first person they're introduced to when they walk in the front door. So the ideal
You need a
candidate.
kind gatekeeper.
Yes. I mentioned we had three. So we had two program manager openings, but I actually promoted our current administrative specialist to that position. She's going to do wonderful. Her name's Ashton. So first announcement of her promotion.
Does she know?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Breaking news.
She's like, "Can I call my mom?" This was last week. So, well, absolutely. So,
Yeah.
anyway, she's going to do a great job. But she came from the hospitality industry.
Okay.
And that's what we need. Someone that just understands
absolutely,
that,
yes. That should be a job requirement across any board, that you should always have to have like 6 months, 4 to 6 months in any hospitality industry.
Yeah. And lucky for us, she works in Hilton. So, literally.
Literally.
So, but we've got some great applications, still taking them, obviously. We've actually had a better response this time than we have with other openings. And we talked off camera a little bit about, some people just take, 24 months, 12 months, 24 months,
Yes. It's the new norm.
It's the new norm.
We're going to have to, you and I are going to have to pivot.
I am.
But also my Ashley can't go anywhere, so Ashley,
no.
Ashley is staying put. She's not allowed to pivot.
I throw my stuff every day. Like, I have your address, so now you didn't work with Amber.
Yeah, that's okay. She's going to come back.
She is.
Yeah.
She is. So that is, pivotal to any nonprofit with just having the support of the board and making sure that you're able to keep people happy. Our PTO alone is 35 days your first year.
Very unheard of.
Yes. Mental health, it's sick pay, vacation pay, and then just mental health.
Right. It's important.
And our board actually put a requirement that we have to take one day off a quarter no matter what.
I love that.
And because we have plenty of the pay to do that, so they just need us because there's not a lot of scholarship emergencies necessarily, but there is a lot of pressure, and you're hearing people's stories.
Yes, and it can be draining unintentionally. You're like, I just want to create constant world peace. You want your band-aids all the time.
Yeah.
So that's hard.
I realized the other day, so we're now a $14 million company.
That's crazy.
With our endowment and everything.
The start of $3,450 to $14 million.
Yeah. And, 14 employees and...
1 million per employee.
It hit me, it's like, oh, I'm truly responsible for the lives of not only our recipients, the livelihoods, and then our staff too. And I said, I definitely need a mental health day today.
Yeah, I can. I'll be back tomorrow.
I'll be back. Don't worry. When you see a little sun or, pedicure, manicure, whatever.
Vitamin D. Just,
sure.
Whew,
Yeah.
little juju. Yeah.
But folks like Kat keep me so inspired.
For sure.
To do the work and encourage our staff to do the work. Because there's times where it's just tough.
It is tough. Yes.
But good recipients.
Yes.
And they all are good.
It all ends up good. It can be hard walking through it, right? I've been in this industry, 3W 16 years, and I go to all the events and I hear all the stories and I give. If you show me a video and make me cry, I'm going to give. Because I truly believe I always constantly want to try and help, but I didn't know that about myself till I was immersed in 3W. And I'm like, Jess, I just want to help you. Sure. I will go get your daughter. I'm like, at a certain point, I got.
Oh, if a baby comes in or two.
Are you all in? I'm like, give it to me.
No,
yes.
I heard giggling at the front today at the lobby, so I looked up at the cameras and I'm like, there's a baby here. And there was. They're passing around, which is great because we have moms and grandmas and
yes,
and,
they need their fix.
They need their fix.
Yes,
gotta smell that baby hair.
Yes,
baby head,
and squish him. Just I'm like, just let me squeeze you, and I'll be fine. But yes, it's a calling. Nonprofit world is a calling, and single parent is a calling, and you're paying it forward, and she's gonna have an amazing life because of it.
I know she'll pay it forward too. She'll be back and help us out.
What's your daughter's name?
Summer.
Okay, so you already said that. I'm so sorry. But Summer is gonna speak at Spark of Hope.
I know it.
So yeah, I think that's good.
Sure, she's.
I can't wait. I would like to meet Summer at some point. Yes, you should bring Summer to our office.
So I was just deployed a few months, like what, a week ago?
Yeah, I got back 2 weeks ago.
So.
Oh, I'm sorry. We've skipped over that.
Yeah. So you were gone for how long?
2 months.
Oh, and where was Summer?
She was my parents.
Okay. Wow.
So she was on the border
of the U.S. and Mexico. Oh, okay. Oh, I bet that was busy.
And we're walking in, and she said she only spent 1 day away from her daughter before that.
Oh my gosh! How'd you do during those 2 months?
It was rough. I cried a lot.
Okay. But you know what that shows you? That shows you how tough and resilient you are. You can truly handle anything, and you will provide the very best life for Summer. I just know it.
That's the goal.
Yes. So how long did you, I'm so sorry. How much lead time did you have before this deployment?
I got like 2-week notice.
Okay. Wow. 2 weeks to get your affairs in order.
Yeah.
Okay. And are you in summer school?
No.
Okay. Thank goodness.
Yeah, stay right.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And do you know of another deployment, or is it literally just you just kind of live 2 weeks at a time?
2 weeks at a time. When I got back, the Rogers mission happened where the National Guard
With
went
the
out.
tornado?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they told me to go, and I was like, I really don't want to go. Let's spend time with my daughter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, where are you based out of?
Fort Smith.
Oh, okay. Do you live down there?
No, I live in Tiny Town.
Oh, okay. But your base is in Fort Smith.
Fort Chaffee.
Fort Chaffee.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's where all the National Guard folks go from Yankees to Arkansas.
I didn't know these.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I usually drive back every drill.
Oh my gosh, how often do you have to go drill?
Just a weekend a month.
Oh, okay.
That's not too crazy.
Have you shot a gun?
Yeah.
That is so
Accidentally, too?
No.
Okay, good.
No, never that.
cool. You're just a badass. Kudos.
Oh, right?
Right? Yes. I'm
Total
I'm so soft. I'm
Yeah.
such a softie.
I mean,
I am
just,
all talk.
just
bark.
volunteer and just I'm blown away.
Yes.
You know, and Kat is not the exception. She's the rule. To
Right.
what our folks should do in different ways. Obviously, not everyone's a National Guard, but they're volunteering in their communities. They are, helping raise their kids. We have adoptive parents, not just necessarily birth parents. I know of at least 3 adoptive parents that were sisters or brothers. So, I mean, they're taking responsibilities of their families and just trying to make a better life for them. And no one's looking to get rich. They're looking just to provide for their family.
Provide. Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Special time.
Congratulations. I'm excited you're a recipient. I'm excited to see what you and Summer do. It's going to be fun to watch.
Hey, thanks for hosting us today. This was
Thank you
wonderful.
for coming. This was so great. I loved it. Thank you for listening. We totally went over on time. I say that every 2 weeks. It's always a long one. If you're watching, we're 4 episodes in, I think, or 5. No, we're 5 episodes in. So you know how long-winded I am. So I apologize. But just thank you from the very bottom of my heart. Keep inspiring a culture of giving, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. See ya.
Okay.